Hey everybody, it's Heather Nichols, and I just finished a call with a program that I do called the Generative Business Pods, and it's a 6-month creation intensive, and so we're always getting together weekly and talking about creation and exploring the latest kind of most current, present, energetic conversations about creation. And one of the things that came up that I wanted to share here publicly is really just looking at there's a lot of change going on right now in the world, and I talk about this a lot and have been talking about this a lot in both in these videos and on my podcasts, and it's very clear to everybody there's massive upheaval, kind of falling apart, change happening everywhere, and it has a sense to me. Today in particular, it had a sense to me of being kind of like more than ever, like the volume got really turned up. And a lot of times this is what happens when there's a lot of consciousness being created and conscious conversations occurring. It's like it changes the energy of everything. And then everything has to adjust, even those elements that are not, connected to consciousness and conscious creation and the energetics of creation. Everything adjusts when the energy changes, and it's the energy of the world and the planet, and what's occurring is it's changing more and more and more and more rapidly every day. And one of the things that I really got today in a very different way than ever before is the degree of care that our bodies require right now. With this change, there is, a lot of people are under a lot of stress. So you can look at the energetics of what's going on and how creation is taking on a really different way in a different space. But you can also look at, just the real pragmatics of things, of finances and global economy and all these different pieces that are kind of in massive transition and crumbling right now. And it is creating a lot of stress for people. And, one of the things that people do a lot of times when there's a lot of stress is they try to change the conditions that are creating the stress, try to remove the stressors. And we can't always do that, because right now in the world, we can do everything that we can do to make things easier, to change the trajectory of where we're going, to create a different future. And I know I'm working on that every day, and as are so many people that I am in touch with. And yet at the same time, it's that can actually create more stress to try to change the circumstances, change the trajectory, change the future. Yes, create a different future every day. And there's amazing energetic tools for doing that don't create stress, that create actually ease and relaxation. And it's we have to include our bodies, and we have to allow our bodies to really be resourced neurologically, energetically, biochemically, in ways that perhaps we never have before. And there's so many beautiful tools in Access Consciousness and in some of the other work I do with bowspring and movement, and that allows us to have these daily kind of check-ins and ways to energetic processes or movement practices to bring our bodies to a greater level of relaxation and ease, which allows more strength and capacities with our nervous system and, all the other pieces that fall into place from there. And it's just a very, very different time. And I wanted to just give a shout out in a way to the bodies out there and just invite you, because as things change, everything is different. And what we've been doing with our bodies previous to now is, it might have worked before, although I think for a lot of people it probably didn't work before, but it's going to work even less now. So, and when we turn our attention to resourcing our bodies, resourcing our neurology, we actually our creative capacities get to expand and be more resourced and more robust as a result, because it's all connected, and our bodies have so much awareness and information about creating in a new and rapidly changing world. So how could you love up your body today? Basically, like, what could you gift to your body that is this real like deliciousness and sense of like having your body's back, so that your body can have your back and you can create a greater future and a different future, and not be at the effect of all the crazy in the world right now, because we don't have to be at the effect of it. But if we're not taking care of ourselves, we just are. So I hope that was a contribution, and have a beautiful day.